Today we're going to Suganami Koen. We're going to be heading to Suganami Children's Park. It's a place for Sakura to practice with riding her bike in Tokyo. It's going to be about a 25-minute ride. Some of it's going to be on a trail. It's not going to be nowhere near as good as yesterday, but we'll take you along.
Tokyo で自転車に乗るのに
It's perfect.
It's ready.
Ready to go, let's go.
Ready to go.
Ready to go. Off we go. Sakura is riding in Tokyo on her new bike for the first time. This is going to give us...
It's not my first time riding a bike.
We got her this bike so that we could all go out as a family and go riding. Just because it's so amazing in Tokyo, as we said in the previous video. So now Sakura has her own bike. We're going to go and bike around Tokyo now. What's your first impression?
Very smooth.
Good. I'm glad
He
to hear.
likes a new bike. Yay.
Yokatta ne. Here we are again on a beautiful little trail. We're actually between two highways. We're going to be heading off to this bicycle park where it teaches kids how to ride in the streets. So I think it'd be really good for Sakura to go, and it's about 22 minutes away. And we should be able to do most of it. Not most of it, probably like a quarter of it on little paths.
It suddenly got heavier to ride. I kind of got to give it a half cut.
Coming up on your right hand side. Move over to the left side.
Hey, Dad, you're doing the middle. I can't run.
Here we are in another park. Just parks everywhere. This one here is a giant football field. We're gonna try and take as many back roads as possible.
Every single time you just like... Pardon?
Remember to check your brake.
What do you mean?
Well, just make sure your brakes are good.
This one's better.
We want to be going left.
We're gonna go left.
So here we are going down another really cool trail right beside the river, Kandagawa River. When I was teaching at the University of Tokyo, I was teaching doctorate students how to do PowerPoint presentations in English. This one gentleman that I was teaching, actually, I think it might have been a lady, she was doing urban development. She talked about how to change the landscape of a poorly designed city. After the Second World War, Japan was in such a desperate state to rebuild, to get the economy going, kind of put urban planning to the side because it was more important to get the country going. In doing so, they've got industrial areas next to elementary schools, next to housing and so forth. So she came up with this thesis that the only way to really repair the damage done would be to come up with a plan and then come up with a general consensus on what that plan is, and then over time buy real estate when it comes up for sale and slowly build what should be built in a good urban planning environment. She said the hardest part was not the plan, but was for getting people to agree to what plan they should use. Trying to correct a poorly constructed city is really hard. That's why when wars happen, city planners rub their hands together and say, okay, now we can correct a lot what was wrong with the city. Not that that's a good thing. So we've hit a highway. Yeah, ring your bell. Yes. So now the only way to get across is to sort of go down this path. Then we're gonna try and get across here.
That didn't move for me.
Yeah, it's okay. Your bell worked. You having fun? the rivers are the blood of every city. So that's why it's really good to be able to find the rivers to ride on, because most of the time they have little roads beside them, and they're off the beaten track, and they're on quiet little back streets, which make them nice to ride on. Turn left up here. Here we go.
That's harder.
We're off our nice little cute little path by the river, and now we found a road right beside the railway station. So we're gonna ride along that. I'm not sure about necessarily Tokyo, but I know that around castles they designed the roads to lead away from the castle. So when an invading force was attacking the castle, they would be easily turned around if they didn't know the area. So driving in Tokyo, it's kind of similar to that, because you know where you want to go, but then all of a sudden the road just starts turning you away, and you're having a hard time to try and get in that direction. So Google Maps has really taken a lot of the mystery out of that. First left. You know you're getting closer to a park when you see giant power poles. So we found another park, Suginami Koen, and we're going to be heading to this one extra special area where Sakura will learn how to obey the rules of the road in a safe environment. Even though she had to ride all the way here to get there, but still, she can practice a little bit on this one. So it's important for her to learn how to ride properly in Tokyo. This park is way more laid back in some regards than, you know, Kashira Koen. We did, however, go on a holiday. Today's a work day, so people aren't out and about as they were yesterday. And as you can see, it's just a beautiful little park.
Coming on the right side.
Haven't seen any homeless here at all. There's no begging on the street, nobody asking you for money when you walk out of a store. You don't see people sleeping in alleyways or in ditches or in parks. That's the first tent that I've seen in a park. In the last park we went to, you didn't see any homeless people there. I know that there are homeless people in Tokyo, but they seem to be possibly condensed in one area. But you don't see them just everywhere like you do in Canada.
Videotape me!
Sakura had her first little wipeout, but it was when she was parked. I'm not sure what happened. What happened, Sakura?
Turn the camera off.
Oh.
Gotta have stuff.
You cut me off. Not too close to the fence there, honey. If your handle hits that fence, you're gonna go flying. This is a miniature little road set up here for kids. Even the clock is the correct time. They have a whole crew of people stationed here, keeping an eye on everything, helping people out. You've got this light system here with crosswalks, roundabouts. They even provide mist for rain, I guess.
はい。
これの記入をお願いします。
はい。
座ってください。こうやって漕ぐだけ。ブレーキなんで。オレンジの矢印、ゴーカートって書いてあるんで、そこに沿って走って。で、信号あるんで信号守ってください。
はい。
はい。せーの、はい、こいで。
止まれで止まる。安全のため人が歩く。
ありがとう。
ください。すみません。
止まれ、止まれ。Okay, here it is, here it is.
Daddy, I know I'm not a baby. I can read.
面白そう。何かいる。あきちゃんこっち見て。
Oh, you didn't look right. It's a roundabout. You have to look right. Always look right when you come onto the roundabout.
何それ。真ん中。ないのでこの上には乗らないでね。でもここを通ってもいいみたいよ。上には登らない。
For all you train fans out there, this is fabulous. I didn't even know this was here. It's a full-on train. I think it's a coal train, so it ran on coal. And it's just sitting here at the bike park for the kids to get on and have to check out. That's where the coal maybe went in here.
It's time to go. We still have to explore.
Great experience for Sakura. She got to drive and practice around a child-size road course, which she loved. We managed to find a few mistakes that she was doing and then correct them. When we get back on the roads here, she'll have a better understanding of what's going on. I don't think I've seen something like that in Canada. The level of safety in Japan when they come to doing road construction and what have you is second to none. Build these giant temporary walls with doors with locks in them. I mean, it's just amazing. Their vehicles, when they're parked, have cones around them with warning on them. Signs everywhere saying be careful, you know, under construction. Cool little cafes. Like, just, there's a cafe in the park. How civilized is that? Go grab a beer. Japan never ceases to amaze me. We come off this fantastic trail straight into a temple that's like massive.
Are you driving this way?
So that was the priest that just blessed that guy's car. He comes out in his outfit and he'll bless the car and provide safety for the car while the owner has it.
そうなの？
Yeah, it costs like maybe about 150 bucks.
運動とはイングリッシュもあるよ。入れて2度お辞儀をする。2回お辞儀を。それから2回拍手を打つ。それでお願いをする。お願い。
You're supposed to bow.
最後に一度バーをして終わり。
あ、じゃあ。
これダメね。これアウトオブマナー。
Once again, amazing time. Went to the park, came out of the park, massive temple there, did our little pray there, got Sakura to do a little bit of praying, and now we're just taking a main road home, but they have these sidewalks on them that you can ride your bike on. So it's okay to ride your bike on the sidewalk. It's too dangerous to ride your bike on the main road. These yellow lines in the center of the sidewalk are for blind people. They can feel them with their feet. So they have the straight lines when they can go straight and the dots when they come to the crosswalks. Go straight. Now we are back on the Canada River, heading all the way back to the family home. So you're probably wondering, what are we doing in Tokyo? Well, long story short, we got stuck in Colombia. Through a series of misfortune, we missed our weather window north. So we had to stay either in Colombia or Panama. And we thought, well, let's just go away. So we went to Canada for a little bit and then we flew to Tokyo. And that's why we're here. We're only here for a couple of months, and then we will return to the boat in Colombia. So we haven't given up sailing. We're just here taking a break from sailboat life and spending some much needed time with Tomoko's family here in Japan. I'm not sure what that giant big white thing is, the white stack. But yeah, so if anybody knows, let me know. I haven't got a clue. After a long day of riding, we need to get some snacks. Manju wa dou desu ka? Manju. Getting closer to home now. Just had a quick snack at the KO, the train station store. I think we're getting a bit tired. We're going to be meeting with Sakura's principal at 4 o'clock today, so we got to hustle back and go talk to them about Sakura starting school in October, just for a month. It's going to be great all around. Gives us a bit of a break. She's out of the house for 6-7 hours a day. Another interesting point that's come up in Japan is they put glass fencing all along the roads, and this really helps reduce the noise. It's a really nice added feature that is new since I was here last. This wraps up our trip to Suganami Kids Bicycle Practicing Park, where Sakura was able to drive a go-kart and practice on these little tiny roads that were designed for kids to learn how to drive on the roads in Tokyo. But now we got to, now we have to go and see Sakura's principal about her being in class for the month of October.